at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, coming to you 250 miles above your imagination from the International Fake Station. I'm up here with my co-pilot and trusty companion, Something Wong, who is making sure that this IT nightmare stays on course, hopefully. Okay? He can be quite vocal at times, but I'm the only one that hears it. Okay? You got to be able to speak his native tongue in order to understand what's going on. I've got Buttered Biscuits is back here behind backstage real quick. I'll bring him up in just a moment. Want to kind of go through everybody that's over here in the chat room so far. I've got Jehovah's lovely daughter Barbara's with us always. She never misses a show. God bless her heart. Got Mr. Super Sidewinder, same thing there. Thumbs up all the way, my man. You got MCAX is here. Martin, my friend, how are you tonight? And let me see, Kevin Barber, another good fan. Boy, we got to have all the regular suspects, all the usual suspects. We got RG the artist is backstage too. I'll bring you all back up in just a minute. We got LJ says with the retarded globe. Isn't that thing funny? I don't know. I like it. You vote for me? Listen, if I was elected president, and my first order of business would be to make an executive order abolishing government and making it illegal to reestablish it. And then I would resign my position. Happy birthday, America. That's what I would do right there. They seem to be the problem. I got ZXL Masters in here as well. David Young. Let's see who else. Saddlebomb. What's up, babe? We got Rob with us here tonight. PSYOP within a PSYOP. Look at here. We got everybody. We got everybody. We got all the cool kids. This is like the cool kid lunch table in school, isn't it, folks? So let me go ahead and bring these guys up. We got Buttered Biscuits. We got RG the artist. How are you guys tonight?
Buttered as usual. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Doing good. Uh-oh. We have.
I was watching you earlier with Brenda, man. That's classic.
That sounded delicious.
Oh
Buttered biscuits.
I mean, oh my gosh, it's Brenda. Brenda was on all day. Oh my.
Hang on. Oh wait. I think she's here with us right now. Oh wait, there she is. Yes.
Brenda, there you are. It's gender, and you don't understand. You didn't pass third grade. You can't pass third grade.
Listen, that was funny as shit. But I was just kind of digging, listening to it. The one guy though kind of derailed it there toward the end, though.
Hey, she looked a little masculine for a woman.
Listen, You know, whatever, man. You want to? I'm not gonna not laugh. I mean, I think it's funny as shit. Okay. Now I understand that you're not supposed to laugh at mental illness and things like that, but let's look at reality. Crazy people have been used in comedy for years, right? It's just how I grew up, man. I see a man in a dress, I think it's one of the funniest shit things ever. You know, I mean, I really do. You know, trying to pretend that they're a woman. I mean,
Me
I've
too.
only
Me
ever
too.
saw that
And
in
I think
comedy.
there's a big delay in my mic, bro.
Who's Mike? Yours? What? Everybody got me 5x5 in there? Let me see if we're having any problems. People let us know. Okay, yeah, just come back in if you get whatever.
It's Forrest Gump syndrome. That's what I keep saying.
Well, I don't know, man. I just can't. I'm not gonna play like that. I'm not gonna change things, you know, and people go, oh, well, that's hurtful. Because look, man, my generation where I grew up, the stuff we watched and thought was funny as shit would no way in hell make it onto television today. You know, like All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son. Man, them shows they got pretty risky with shit, you know? We grew up listening to George Carlin and Richard Pryor and shit like that. Man, we weren't, you know, we don't get offended. You know, it's in fact, when I started seeing people doing this thing about, oh, I'm offended by this and that offends me, and we got to be careful about offending people and all this shit. And I was like, whatever happened to sticks and stones, man? Mm-hmm. So my dad and I, we came up with this idea that my dad's dead now, to have this organization called POOP, and it's POOP. And it's the acronym for People Offended by Offended People. And so people being offended offends me. In fact, me being offended is being offended, you know? And it's funny because it's just nonstop. Who gives a shit, right? Brendan McToon adopted Luca. What? Is this true? Brendan McToon adopted Luca and the family joined Will Duffy's congregation? Oh my God. Now, tonight, if you aren't already aware, I'm going to be on Ironworks at 10:30. So this is going to be, as far as most of my lives, this is going to be a rather short one. We'll probably about an hour 15 to an hour and 20 minutes. I'm supposed to be on there. He's having Will Duffy on. I've got some serious questions that go well beyond an observation, because it's regarding other observations that I've been making. And, you know, I think it's only fair to maybe try to get an answer to it. I'm not going to be offensive or anything like that, but I'm definitely going to ask some questions. I mean, what questions are those? The Void says, oh shit, I got questions for Duffy. What questions? Perhaps I can relay them for you. Put them in the chat. I'll find out. But yeah, it should be. There's Roger Ledwell who's joined with us too. But what do y'all think so on this?
Hey, is there a delay in my mic now?
It doesn't sound
Damn,
like
it sure is.
No, I mean, we're
I'm gonna
hearing
fall
you
back,
just
brother.
fine.
It's not gonna work.
Oh, are you echoing? Are you echoing or something? Is that what's going on? Because it's not echoing on this end. I mean, everybody can hear you pretty good. You're a little.
Well, I'm on a cell phone, and every time I talk, it shows on the TV. Like, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you. Well, listen. If
Okay,
you've got
okay.
your TV
It might be my TV. Let me turn
turn
this
your
damn thing
TV
off.
off. Yeah, turn your TV off. That's where it's coming from, bro.
You should never have that thing on in the first place. My God.
What I do is I got two screens. So I've got YouTube open over here and I've got it muted. And then I've got all the audios coming through here. And there's about, I don't know, how long of a delay do we got? I think it's like 5 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, something like that. They used to have me on a longer delay because they wanted to be able to cut my feed whenever they could. But anymore, you know, they know they're not going to shut me up. So what the fuck? Let him go, right?
I got you. Sorry about that, man.
No worries, man. No worries. You live and learn. This is how we learn things. This is why I don't understand why people have this thing about thinking being wrong about something is a cardinal sin. You know, isn't that pretty much how people learn stuff? Is by being wrong about things? I'm just saying.
Precisely. Yeah, precisely.
Seems to me that it being wrong, you should look at it as a positive thing because you learn.
If you didn't learn the first time, you're just going to keep going in circles.
Right.
Do it over and over and over until you do learn.
And this is what okay, so this will bring me to the next little segue of what I was wanting to kind of talk about tonight too. So this brings us to this next thing that people do over and over and over and expect different results from, right? So the big show on the stage right now is concerning who's going to be the next ass to polish a seat in Pennsylvania Avenue. As if it fucking matters, right? It's already been decided. But for the peasants and the people, we're going to put on this dramatic show. What do you think is going on with this? There's reports that Joe Biden is most likely dead. He tried to call in as a proof of life, but people have dissected it down that was most likely an AI recording. Kamala Harris almost slipped up and said, Joe, you're still on the call. Can you answer? And I was like, what'd you almost say there, Camilla? What? Recording? Is that what you're saying? So I don't know, man. There's some really crazy shit going on. Are they really going to try to put, I mean, what do you think the end game plan is with this? Because it certainly isn't it like any kind of other election cycle that I've ever watched the people go through. It certainly is not. I don't know, man. So there's a lot of people saying that Joe might be dead. I think he's been dead for a long time. I don't even.
I think they just cloned him. You saw the Illuminati game.
Yeah, but think about this. If you had the godlike power to clone people, wouldn't you want to clone the best and the brightest?
You would think, but
right.
I would imagine if you clone somebody, then it's gonna have to be a retard because it's not gonna come out like God's creation, right? You know what I mean?
When Stan in South Park cloned himself, was that or was it?
All the malfunctions. I think that Witsit had a good clone video. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't, man. I didn't.
Take a look on his website. He had a couple hour stream.
I'll have to get into that.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. So there's some. Maybe we could do that with Flats or something too, just to review that video. I think that was. He said he was gonna do a second part to it. Never did, as far as I know. But take a look at that. I think he has some compelling information in there, and take it or leave it. But it was pretty well presented, in my opinion. Do you see it there? It looks like you're looking for it.
No, I just saw that and I went, oh fuck. No, I'll pull that up later. I get a chance. When I get off the streams tonight, I'm probably going to do some catch up, which means I'm going to have to watch videos at fucking fast speed if I'm able to get any of it in there. Now Witsit I can't do that with because he talks so fucking fast anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How are you gonna put him on 2.0 and it's gonna be sound like Chinese or something.
Nonsense. Look at this nonsense. Is this the same guy I saw wearing a beanie in Israel kissing a wall?
No, this is all AI. That's got to be AI generated.
Wow. I mean, the things people are putting out there right now, the propaganda that's being spread on this guy, there's people actually saying it was God's intervention that saved him from getting.
Yeah, I don't know if you vote. I don't know what your views are on the whole thing. No. That's why I'm being quiet about it. Last time I voted was 2012, and that was
voting is nothing more really than giving your consent for whatever happens.
Well, I voted for Ron Paul, man, and that was my consent.
Knowing what you know now, you understand why he never even got close, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, the whole Iowa and all that stuff. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, Iowa actually doesn't matter," and then the next election, they're like,
Hi.
"It's the most
How are you?
important state."
How
Hi,
are
Noel.
you?
Hello,
Hi.
Noel.
There's no other channels I can be on because they don't want to let me up.
Why?
Cause
Are you a Glober?
what?
Are you a Glober? Is that why?
No.
Okay.
I really want to talk about Donald Trump incident. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I
That's
think
what's
it's
on my head.
all right. I'll tell you what I
I'm
think it
sorry.
is. I think it was theater. Okay.
What do
I
you
think it
mean?
was 100% theater. Nobody
What
is
do you
going to, and it was basically to do exactly what it's done. The big photo op that was just the Iwo Jima moment, the Mount Suribachi moment with the flag in the background and his fist in the
Yeah.
air, right? Okay. That's not by accident. Oh, look what he just happened to get this picture. Yeah, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
That was staged.
My question is, who the hell goes up there and takes his shoes off, anyways? Do you
Well-
take your shoes off every time? Wait! I gotta get my shoes. I gotta get my
Okay,
shoes.
wait a second. There's
What?
something from the Bible about blood on the right ear and on the right toe.
What does that
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, I'll get the
What?
thing for it. I'll get the thing for it here in just a minute. But it's actually in the Bible, and I had to wonder, why was his shoes off?
Yeah. Why? Wait. Why is whose shoes off?
Trump.
His shoes
After he was
still
shot,
on.
after he was shot, when they got him back up, he said, "Get my shoes. I need my shoes."
No, yeah. Let me get my shoes. Well, actually, show it to her because it's only like 30
Show it to
seconds
me.
or something. Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
So,
I have to dig through.
It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you have your shoes off if you're getting a speech? Or did you take
Right,
them off
right,
if you got shot? I mean, who
This
in
is
the right
exactly
mind would
what
think that
happened.
this is?
Oh, wait. That's not what I want. Get out of here.
So,
right.
excuse me. What? I'm so confused. Why would he have his shoes off?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the question.
That's what I said initially. I says, "What is his shoes off for?" Because I heard him say that.
Yeah, he said it twice. Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes. And then he says, hang on. And then he goes with the whole Nazi sign, After he's got his blood on his face splattered and he's trying to make it look all cool. Who knows what they were doing when they were down on the ground, too? Nobody saw.
Excuse me. What do you think about the 20-year-old shot him? That's wrong. To my opinion.
I don't really know that this guy actually was who they say he was. There's a very suspicious lack of social media presence for a 20-year-old American kid.
What does
the
that
stories are inconsistent about his behavior.
You see the guy that was linked to him that was actually from Antifa. Did you see him as well? And he looks more like him. So.
Excuse me. What do you mean he wasn't? He said he was.
Well, how do you know who he was? How do you know about this guy at all? What information do you have concerning this Crooks character?
He's a patsy.
Where did it come from?
He had mental problems and he got bullied in school.
How do you know that? How do you know that, though?
He was on a commercial. He's an actor.
That's suspicious, don't you think?
Yeah, that's pretty suspicious as well. That these people just happen to have all this information about him. Oh, look, somebody found him in a BlackRock commercial, right? Oh, look, here's this. And wait a second. Here's the thing. What I'm giving to you right now is fact. The only information that you have about this guy is what you've been given. Okay? And you've been given this information in a prescribed manner to fit a prescribed profile. you don't really know any of these things to be true. You don't even know that there actually was some guy named this same name that was, you don't know any of that. All you know is what they presented to you. Now, I think it's awful damn suspicious that all of a sudden somebody found him in a BlackRock commercial. And oh, look, here we have a picture of him doing this and that and the other. Look, this is all just rabbit holes for you to follow down. The reality of it is this. That whole thing was nothing more than theater. And it did exactly what it was designed to do. And that was to put Donald Trump in this spotlight. I'm trying to tell you, and you keep asking.
I'm sorry.
Right? So it put Donald Trump right there in the front, put him right in the limelight. All these people are looking at him like a Jesus-like figure. They're making memes and shit of Jesus actually stopping or diverting the bullet away from his head and all this other stuff. And meanwhile, he's talking about the trauma of having a bullet graze his ear. And we get a little bit of a blurb about here's this guy that was hit in the head. No, by the way, just moments after he was shot in the head and killed, the cops on the scene, the state police, just picked his body up like a fucking rag doll and hoisted it down the damn steps and off the field. What? You don't do that. Yes. You don't even treat a dead body or a wounded person with that type of fucking the way they did. You just don't.
How do you know that they were
because I saw the video of it. That's why I know it's all theater.
Can you show me the video? Can you show me it?
You've not seen the videos of this?
No.
He has them. He really does.
Yeah.
We've all seen it.
We've all seen it. I don't know how you missed it.
I want to see him to like carry his body down that. Oh my gosh! I want to.
Oh, and they can't.
You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that.
Let me see. No, you're not supposed to disturb a crime scene like that. They have to do an investigation. They have to do ballistics and all that shit. They have to come in, and a coroner has to pronounce the guy dead before you can treat him as though he's dead.
Are you guys able to hear me? I had my headphones died, so I went to go charge them, but I just want to make sure
you're good.
I'm good. Okay. I didn't know if I was going to hot mic or not. So, okay.
I want to see the video.
I'm looking for it. Relax. Keep going. I'm looking for it right now.
So
this is like weeks ago. I'm having to scroll way back. You are so far behind. You are way far behind.
I'm gonna say the Secret Service has gotten really sloppy.
Yeah, are you talking about Neil Team 6?
Hell yeah.
Excuse me. So the people were on the interview saying there was 2 shooters were in this incident.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. Well, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I don't know. All I've seen, see, this is another thing that's suspect. So these people are all shooting high-speed cameras, right? And so good that they got a picture of a bullet going by Donald Trump's head. That's what they told us. They showed us this picture. And look, there's the bullet. You can see it. Such great high-speed camera, right? And we've got all this high-speed, great footage. The guy gets the iconic photo, right? But when it comes to, oh, look, here's a thing up on the water tower. It's as good as any damn Bigfoot video that you see. It's all blurry and fucking shaky and shit. And you can't tell what's going on. You don't know if there's a person up there, if it's just a shadow of light. You know?
Is it a person up there in the water tower or no?
I don't know if there was anybody in the water tower at all. If I was just even knowing what my training is, if I was going to be protecting somebody that high profile, those high vantage points would be exactly what I would have covered right there. I would immediately have all that covered because I know for a fact that where that man is standing is well within the range of the modern sporting rifle. Okay.
And so why did he climb up on that building? How would he? What? That's stupid.
I know. How did they miss that, right? So you're supposed to
Yeah.
believe that the Secret Service and the FBI are either in on killing Donald Trump or they're completely inept, which I don't believe either one of those things at all.
Right on the money. I agree. I
I
totally
do
agree.
too, Dave. I just want
Because
to wish you luck
'cause-
over there later. I'm gonna go.
Because if you think about it, man,
Hey, Raj.
if they wanted
Later.
to kill him, they would have killed him. They wouldn't have failed at
Oh,
that. They
yeah.
would have killed him. They would have had.
Listen, it
And
wouldn't
that's the
have-
thing.
yeah.
The thing about the military, the thing
Why
about these
would he
institutions.
fail?
Yeah, the thing about
Thank
these
God he
institutions in the
failed.
military is they have redundancy measures. This is why when JFK got shot, he got shot from like a million different angles.
Now,
Same thing would have
there
been
were as
for
many as
Donald
6
Trump.
shooter teams in Dallas.
And this was
Okay?
back in the 60s. So
Right. It's called putting them in a kill zone.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, exactly.
And
Excuse me.
triangulation
me.
of fire.
Excuse me. Are you guys are glad that he didn't die? Or
It
no? I'm
doesn't really
sorry.
it doesn't really affect my life one way or the other. I mean, I don't
He's-
want to see any. Let me make this clear. I don't want to see harm come to anyone, really. Okay, I really don't, unless they're evil fucking people, and then that's going to happen to them anyway.
That
Okay,
20-year-old guy
but
is
as
evil.
far as this false dichotomy of which one do you want to be your leader, king douchebag or turd sandwich, I don't want either one of them. You didn't ask me the initial question. They didn't ask me, hey man, do you want someone to lead you? That's what you first should ask, not who do you want to lead you. You should ask me, do I want someone to lead me? No, I don't. Because everywhere I've seen these assholes, I don't care what side of the false dichotomy they come from, throughout my life, the only place they've led anybody is to disaster, economically, physically, and militarily. I mean, think about it. Right on schedule, we always have a scheduled war. It is not meant to be.
About that
I'm still
girl.
talking, Noel. Noel, I'm still talking. Okay.
Sorry.
Right on schedule, we have a war. Right on cue to kill off another batch of the firstborn sons of America's mothers. To die on some blood field, to serve the military-industrial complex, and to serve those benevolent or those malevolent beings which they serve through the blood of the firstborn. That's not by accident. And now we're getting ready to do it again.
Yeah, and you want to know something? It's as if they make it a shopping list. There's a couple of things that they achieved during this, right? Doing this, even though they're all in cahoots, right? They're
Yes.
all in cahoots. So just like you said, Saab, they get the firstborn, they get the kids, they trim the population because remember, right in the middle of this, this jab craziness, what did you had? You had the Ukraine war. So they do that. They steal resources. Now, here's another thing. Everybody's starting to see these channels pop up, the Geomancies, John Levy's, Jared Boosters, all these guys that are discussing. And we just had it was basically a climax with the old world order from Eric Hibbler, right? I honestly believe a lot of these foreign places that they're going to, they're destroying antiquity. It's like Ukraine is one of those places, kind of like Turkmenistan and everything, where you will find antiquity in the middle of, the place that you normally work, where you would go grab lunch, where you pump gas, so on and so forth. So it's not just the Ukraine. If we rewind back to 2011, 2012 timeframe, when they were talking about, Obama was talking about the red line with what's his name? The president of the still current president of Syria. You guys know
Assad. Assad.
Yeah, al-Assad. That's right, Assad. So they just if you I made a film on that. I made a video on this. One of my earlier videos. I was like, they deliberately they created ISIS. They made this entity. They sent them in there to supposedly try and disrupt everything, even though he didn't gas his own people. That's probably something to our effect. And then you want to know what they did? They went in there with these machines and deliberately destroyed the antiquity. So you could look in the Bible. And all they do is discuss Syria, right? The Damascus Road, this one and that one. Syria is a very big staple in the Bible. So these guys go in there and they wipe it all out. They show ISIS, right? They show these guys go in there, their faces all covered with these power tools, and they're just putting grinders on these things. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck are you?
Well,
doing?
go back even further.
The Lamasus,
Let's go back.
the big.
Go back even further. Go back even further. Let's go back to 1914. Let's go back to 1914. The very year that the Red Shield Beast gained control over America. The very year. Okay? 1914. Open-ended checkbook. Put that over in the corner of your brain for a minute. So this guy, wait, no, I'm not going to excuse you because I'm talking. It's my turn. Okay. So you got this guy, the Archduke Ferdinand, right? He's riding around in his car. And this guy comes running out and going to kill him. Going to assassinate this guy, right? And he comes up and he goes and fires and his gun doesn't fire. It's failed. So the guards go to grab him. He runs and he jumps off a bridge into the river, which is only 3 feet deep, and it injures him and he's finally captured. So the other guy who's in on it, he's like, oh shit, we're going to get caught. So he seeks refuge in a sandwich shop on another block. Meanwhile, the Duke goes ahead in his open motor car along the same prescribed route without deviation, without changing, that just happens to go right by the sandwich shop that this guy's hiding in with refuge. He runs out and shoots the Archduke and his wife and kills him. Right? And just happened to be somebody there in 1914 with a fucking camera to capture the event of him being arrested.
Meanwhile, he's sitting there with a BLT and a 9mm just clap.
All right. So this is something to keep in mind. Now, this whole thing, this whole war, what it really did was destroy, as you were saying, the old world of Europe. It was a dismantling and destruction of the architecture and the culture, as well as a balkanization and dissolution of the empirical lines that had been drawn. It got rid of the monarchies outside of the Danish and the British monarchies, which were cousins. All the leaders of the different nations warring with each other, the Tsar of Russia, Albert of England, and Kaiser Wilhelm were all first cousins. They were all first cousins. In fact, the Tsar Nicholas's wife, Alexandria, was the daughter of Queen Victoria. Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
See, they're all interbred. They're all interbred. So what happened was, now we've destroyed all of that. They destroyed all of that. And what did they do? This thing was such an expensive war, more artillery expended than any other time in history. The war to end all wars. It totally destroyed all these monarchies, all the old world architecture, right? In a lot of people's minds.
Yes.
And a lot of people's minds.
Yes.
And so they're numb from this, and they're not paying attention to the exorbitant costs that there was through this new Federal Reserve Act. We came in and supposedly, quote unquote, saved the day. Germany was winning that war. The bankers pulled the rug out from underneath of Germany. So this thing resurfaced itself. It never really ended. It just resurfaced itself in 1936. And so by 1939, it was back into full swing, and they were pushing to have that by instigating war with Germany, and the United States, in turn, instigating war with Japan.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Can I say something? I saw the body camera when they were up on the roof, and I didn't see anything about that.
What do you mean about the body camera on the roof? Which one?
The guy lying on the roof, you mean?
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw they were talking.
What?
Secret Service and
Well, I'm sorry. I don't understand where there can't be that level of incompetence that you're going to take a group of 5-foot women, meal team 6, that are obviously not trained with their weapons, to shield a 6-foot. How tall is Donald Trump? He's like a giant.
6'5", like 6'4", 6'5", something like that. Yeah,
6'5", right? And you got meal team 6 weighing in over here at like 5'4", and they're going to use Donald Trump for cover. Is that what they're doing? That's what it looked like they were doing. I mean, come on.
And that's a good point, because knowing a guy how narcissistic Donald Trump is. Normally, do you honestly believe that he would have some of those personnel as his Secret Service agents without having some kind of protest?
He'd have hot chicks. He'd have hot chicks being his. You know, he would have tall hot chicks.
You'd be like because you remember when Gaddafi was in power.
Grab that pussy.
Excuse me. What? Why is Donald Trump has those girls and everybody's complaining about girls cannot be in a suit? Oh
no, it's not that. Noel, it's not that they can't. I'm sure they can, but the thing is, a lot of these jobs are they're extra demanding. And I'm not saying that women can't normally do it, but you see that woman compared to those other guys, and you have to guard somebody, and you have to use your body as a human shield. You can
see how they acted,
and you have to be smart. And you have to have the body size for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a combination of things. And no against those women, but they weren't.
She didn't.
Did you watch that woman? She didn't even know how to holster her own weapon.
Look, man.
I mean, come on. And then she's like, tries to fake it, like she's like, oh, well, never mind. I meant to have it out anyways. I mean, that's what it. I'm like, come on, man. You people are full of shit.
So what this reminds me of, do you guys remember the Boston bombing and they shot the guy in the neck and then it all ended? And that was that. It was like they finally got the guy. They shot him in the neck so he can't speak.
He couldn't speak at his trial. That's right. I remember.
Exactly. That was that. And then, it was a wrap. That was all that. They had a patsy. Yep. And they just wanted to take him out, and that was that.
Oswald, no trial. Yep. Do you know Oswald was never actually charged with the assassination of the president?
What? Well, he shouldn't have been.
No,
right.
He wasn't involved.
No, he was on his way to court to be charged.
Right. Yeah.
And they just and they took him out. No witness, no trial. Right. And they do the same thing every time. They do the same thing. I've even come to the idea that perhaps Oswald was actually in Dallas to foil the attempt.
What happened to that Boston shooting? Did somebody random shoot him or no?
No, it was the cops. They were coming after him.
It was a bunch of cops. He was hiding inside of like a boat with a tarp on it or something like that. I heard they Swiss cheese the hell out of that boat, but they only managed to get his voice box.
Yep, exactly.
And I'm like,
actually, you can watch it. It was pretty interesting. That was the one conspiracy. My mom was like, "Wow, I can't believe," because I had her read 1984 right before that happened. And then she watched the whole thing of that, and she was like, "This is so fake," and I couldn't believe my own mother actually was it.
Can you explain how did they shot the guy and how did they found him in that boat?
They tracked him down apparently, and then once they basically cornered him because it wasn't just him. Apparently, they're the Tsarnaev brothers, right? So it was him and his brother, apparently walked out butt naked. They shot his ass up. He's done.
Do you remember that they brought up the whole protocols thing? Well, he was a guy that read the protocols and he was researching the protocols. Do you remember that?
I did not know that. No.
Yeah. Go back to that. So he was an anti-Semite, in other words.
Can you explain how did they found him and how did they shot him in the neck?
I don't know. It's their story. It's their story. Right. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all
watch it on YouTube. I mean, there's a story on YouTube. Look up Boston.
I personally, I think it's all bullshit.
Suspect shot. Yeah.
Here's the problem. I go right back to the bomb and the years of crisis actors. Okay. I've got some real crazy anomalies as far as these so-called crisis actors are concerned. Places where they're missing limbs that shouldn't be. I mean, it's indicative of an amputee trying to act like they're a trauma victim. Anyway, we look at the explosion, or rather, I would call it an implosion of the device. Okay. Windows don't blow outward from a device outside the building. Those windows were pulled outside. That was an implosive device. It was not an explosive device. I don't think these kids had anything to do with it, or I don't think that they, whether they really existed or not is even up for grabs. They put these little things out there for you, and to justify their existence.
Easter eggs.
Sometimes when they bust somebody that's going to about commit a crime, you find out that it was some low intelligent guy that they were coerced by 5 or 6 feds into doing something, and they provide them with the materials, and then when they go and get ready to do it, then they turn around and bust them and try to look like heroes.
Yes.
It's a joke, man. The FBI's been corrupt from inception. Listen, J. Edgar Hoover bombed a judge and then solved a crime and printed it on somebody so the justification to form the FBI. Okay? That thing's been fucking corrupt from the day one.
Yep. And you want to know something to kind of piggyback off of you, which I hate when I have to piggyback, but I will, right? To jump off that, like, you could tell something wasn't right. As soon as his ear got clipped, it went live, right? It went viral. How many hours did it take for them to disclose who did it? You want to know what I was thinking? As soon as they said, oh, we're still trying to figure out who did it, I was like, oh, this is the part where they scrub everything if they hadn't already. This is where they scrub everything. If that guy's real.
The FBI couldn't open his phone, remember?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Right.
Who the fuck believes this?
Bullshit. Exactly.
Dude, you got the NSA. I mean, my God.
Exactly. You've got the NSA right there. And they're like, hey,
Noelle, honey, you got to stop doing that, babe. Okay? You can get in there when there's a pause. Everybody else is doing it just fine. You don't have to keep going, excuse me and shit, especially when we're still making a point, right? Thanks. But yeah, the FBI can't open the phone. Right, sure. Now here's something else that's really concerning too. There are 3 other victims beside Donald Trump. Okay, we had the guy that they said, oh, he was a firefighter defending his family. Yep. Personally, I don't think there was time for him to even cognitively go through the thought process of, oh, I better defend my family. I think it's more a case that he was shot and fell on his family. Okay. If it was real at all. Now, we're told this guy, and he's a firefighter. Oh, he's a hero. He was doing something heroic when he died, right? Even though they picked his body up like a sack of fucking dog food and hauled it out of there real quick.
Yeah, aren't they
Where's
supposed?
The other 2 victims? Where's the other 2 fucking victims? Who are they? Why haven't we spoken about them? And why isn't there more talk about this guy and his heroic efforts to save his family? There's just one little thing about it, and then it's over. And it's like, oh, let's all wear Band-Aids on our ear in solidarity of Donald Trump.
Oh, and you want to know something? The amount of time, right? And the amount of time it took for them to get him off stage. I'm like, hell no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he just died, Iron.
He froze. He froze on his ironwork.
There would have been a car backed up, whether it was a slope or a set of stairs. There would have been a car waiting for his ass. They would have rushed his ass, bum rush, taken him down, taken his shoes down, and then that would have been the end of it. You wouldn't have been seeing him sitting there fist pumping. All right, guys, on 3, 1, 2. I'm like,
there were other instances. There was one other instance, back in 2020, when they thought somebody might have a gun and they rushed them off so fast. That one was real, you could watch the comparison between the 2.
Did you see when Ronald Reagan was shot?
Yeah, I mean, dude, the guy came out with a machine gun, remember, like an Uzi.
Dude, it was they had Ronald Reagan from the time shots were fired to the time Ronald Reagan was mobile. was like 3 seconds.
And they didn't kill the guy either because they wanted him to
No.
speak.
No,
Right?
they
They
didn't.
wanted to see who else was behind it. So
James
that-
Brady. You see
that's
James
perfect.
Brady laying on the sidewalk. He'd been shot in the head.
Yep.
They covered him. They covered him. They waited. They wanted to get him into custody.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
got him in. They got him on the fuck
That's
out of
what
there
you
like
would-
right now.
I mean, they had 30 minutes to basically go after this other guy at least. So it's BS. It's BS.
I mean, I'm supposed to believe this story that, oh, it's due to this incompetent DEI hires and all this other bullshit. No way, man. Because even a layman, people that go to these Trump rallies all the time were saying, man, there's something fucking weird about this. And you got people going, there's a guy with a rifle up there on the roof. And they're like, huh? What?
Yeah,
Oh, and
exactly.
did you see the video where they're trying to actually get over there and they were like running the car into the fence? And that building itself was supposedly their headquarters for Secret Service.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you serious?
Yes, that's the
Wow.
official story.
Wow.
What the
Look here.
like?
This
stuff
is
is
the building.
so
Look at this. This is a building that the Secret Service was in.
If
Okay.
think like
And-
a cop. What's he go by now? Have you guys watched him?
See this? Secret
Good Luck
Service was in
Yeah.
this room. They were in this building.
Play it.
And that's
that
the roof.
building?
Hold on. That's the roof that the guy was on right there. This roof right
Oh,
here is
yeah,
the
with
one
the
he was
slope.
on. And these guys were in this fucking, the Secret Service was in here.
That's right.
And,
And it was too slow. 5% slope rate.
and what did the Secret Service
Oh, there was an
know?
open window there too, after the
See that at
shooting.
the end? That was their shifts. See? And all,
Good Luck America. Have you watched him at all? He used to go by,
Yeah.
I think, like a cop. He was a cop himself for like
yeah, I
30
think
years.
he was. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So if you go to his
So-
channel, Noel, take a look at his presentations on it. I mean, he's a big Trump supporter and all that kind of stuff. So, but that's okay.
and,
Just at least, I mean,
and-
I think he does a good analysis. And if you want to listen to, what's coming out, I think he does a pretty good job. So,
and can I talk now, please?
yes.
Okay.
Thank you. So, what did the Secret Service know he was on the roof, or no? Is Secret Service were like, oh my, did they know?
Yes.
Well, of course they
They
did.
were told
Everybody
ahead of time
knew.
that they had
Donald
to
Trump
prove it.
knew. Donald Trump knew. Everybody involved with this whole charade knew. Okay, because
Look at the
it's a
time of
big.
his speech, he said, and what I want to show you that is even more worse than this is, and he was like, pow, 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 and then the shots came out. Do you remember that?
They
it was
showed
like-
you who ripped their shirt off at the podium there at the RNC. Who was that ripped their shirt off at
it was
the
Hulk,
RNC?
it was Hulk.
Hulk
It was
Hogan.
Hollywood Hulk.
Yeah, man, they was throwing it right in your face, buddy. Throwing it right in your fucking face. That's a technique called
What
blading.
happened?
Okay.
Yes.
Listen,
What
there's a thing
happened?
called blading that they do in wrestling. And it's where they
Yeah.
fake
Yeah.
blood, or they'll actually cut themselves with a razor blade to invoke blood to make it look like they've got an injury. Okay.
Or he just used a capsule because his
Yeah,
hand
they
was
use a
down.
capsule. Okay.
His
Now,
hand
who
was
is
down
who
on the
is good
podium.
friends?
He goes
who's-
up and
who's-
then he kind of hits his ear like this.
Well, who's
What
Donald Trump?
happened?
Who's Donald Trump associated with and a good friend of? Vince McMahon from the WWF. That's correct. Yes. And this right here,
WWE.
That's
Listen,
a good
What
point.
happened?
this right here was
The
no
Apprentice.
different. It's just like, look, they just did something. They did an act and
years.
they took it live. They
10
took it,
years.
they
What
did an act
was
and they took it
going
live.
on? Can you tell me the story, the act? What happened?
Do what?
Tell me the story. Like that fake, like
Oh, the capsule?
Oh, it could have been a
The
capsule,
capsule.
right? Or a
Yeah.
muscle
Yeah.
catch up
So,
something. That's what
Very easy to use. Basically, they like when you get shot in a movie, what they'll do is they'll hit
Yeah.
themselves, or they'll hit their ear or their face, and it's a blood capsule. Basically, it's like fake blood that's within like a what's the right word for it? Like cellophane, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you use
one of those things that they use
you
to
put it
pills
in.
Yeah, the powdered stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you hit yourself with it, and it looks like, and when you hit yourself, the piece itself might look like flesh or something like that. So
Okay,
it's like a little bit of plastic itself, and it might look like plastic or like.
all right, listen. I used to do Civil War reenactments. Okay. And one of the things that I would do, I did Civil War reenactments. I was a Reb, and I had in my powder cartridge box, right? I had, of course, my powder cartridges. I'd load them, fire, advance, all that shit. And then when I'd start running low on those or running out, getting close to the enemy, at the peak of the battle, I'd usually, like, I was getting ready to load my rifle, and I'd take out like a cartridge, right?
Oh my God.
And then I would
Excuse
take.
you, guy in the
Holy fucking God, Noel! Is my talking getting in the way of your interruption? Jesus Christ!
Come on, Noel, please.
Man. So I would take, like, I was getting ready to load my musket, and then I would take and then just suddenly smack my forehead like that and fall back. And of course, the blood would go all over my forehead and shit, right? And it looked very realistic. And I remember one time at a battle in Lynchburg, I did that. And then after the battle, there's tourists like walking around, and we're all blue and gray, all walking around because it's just fake, right? And this little girl, she says, "How did you get that boo-boo on your head?" And I said, "Them Yankees over there shot me." And she goes, "Oh," and she turned around and went over there and started yelling at them and fussing at them for shooting at me and making a boo-boo on my head. And I was having, "No, honey, look, it's fake. Look, it's just for pretend." And she was really upset about it, shit. But yeah, I could do that, and it would be very realistic because the blood would spray from your hand and it would spread down your face, and it was really quite dramatic.
And you want to know what's quite telling about this whole thing with his ear? Donald Trump is rich as he's mad rich. You know what I'm saying? You really mean to tell me they didn't just sew it up or put a fake something or even if they put a small piece of gauze and a bandage at the top? No, but he happens to have his whole entire ear covered.
That was Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell gave him a My Pillow
on his head. Yeah, and I'm like, really? Oh, so you gonna fool me? You think you fooling me because you got this fake boo-boo on your ear? He got a whole shoebox on his ear to make everybody think, oh yeah, that's where he got shot. That's this, that's that. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, dude. Like, come on, man. Whatever.
Yeah, it's like he's got this thing this big on there for the little tip. I mean, when I saw it, even the close-ups of it, I'm like, well, good thing that thing's fully intact. It's not even a piece. I think Evander Holyfield suffered more damage at the expense.
Can I share my screen for just a moment? I want to show how to make these theatrical blood pranks and packs.
Oh yeah, man. We used to play with that when I was kids. We were horror movie fanatics and shit. So around Halloween time, you get that fake blood and everything. We'd practice making up injuries and shit. Yeah, man.
Fangoria
I really want to do that. I really want to do
a
prank with somebody.
You should be able to see it. All right, you ready?
And this can weaken your seal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, start closing that pocket that you've created by squeezing around the bubble of blood inside, trying to squeeze out any air and keeping just the blood inside the bubble. A good tip is to think of pressing the blood inwards so that it starts bulging out to make a bladder or a pimple. I find that setting it on a tabletop, once I've completed the seal, will help me to keep pressing the edges inward to create a tighter bubble. You may have to go around the edges several times. Once you feel blood,
you get the point, right? Okay. So
now you need to be able to handle them carefully. Now you're ready to use them. It's up to the actor to palm the pack and hit themselves hard. Be sure to use a combination of squeezing and slapping the blood pack. The more blood that comes out, the better it looks.
Oh.
And the piece of saran wrap that's left in your hand just looks like thick blood clot or even gore.
Okay, that's kind of what you mentioned earlier when you said some of that might have been a piece of it. They might have made it flesh colored or something like that.
It's flesh or something. Now you see. Yeah. So it's pretty easy. I mean, anyone could make that itself. And his hand is on the podium, And when he goes up, he hits his ear like this, and then you see a little bit of blood. And then you think, oh my God, that's so easy to fake.
So do you think Donald Trump did that? Do you think
Yeah,
Donald Trump hit his
I mean, watch the video.
He's an actor. Noel, Donald Trump is
Did
an
you pull the
actor.
video up? I went downstairs for a second. Did you pull up the video?
Hold on a second. Listen, he's an actor. Okay, he has a star on the
He
Hollywood.
has 10 years as The Apprentice.
And you know, Jehovah's
actor
daughter
in The
even
Apprentice.
brought in a good point, right? She mentions a good point. He could cover it with a fake ear. Who's to say that you can't make a flesh-colored top, right, with the bubble? So at the bottom, Jehovah's daughter even says that. That's a really good point, right? He could have used piece of a fake ear, slapped it a little bit, and then.
Was he really shot? Was he really shot in the ear? Was he really shot, or he just?
I don't think
really shot. Allegedly.
No.
Allegedly. Because the very next day he was out on a golf course and he didn't have anything on his ear, and everybody was posting about it. And now all of a sudden he's got his ear covered up because everybody's like,
I want to touch on the psychological aspect of this, okay? And I want you to put yourself into this place. All right. Now, someone just took a shot at you the day before, right?
And you're going to go
narrowly missed a perfect headshot and just barely grazed or took part of your ear, right?
The 226, which would take off your ear. Now, my God, the heat off of that would.
Well,
your ear would be gone.
Just beside that, okay, let's just suppose that it was real, that it really happened, right? Are you going to go walk around out in an open fucking pasture where anybody with a Barrett 50 caliber from 2 miles away could fucking explode your goddamn head, knowing that just the day before somebody with a small caliber rifle took a pot shot at you? I don't think so. You're not going to be walking around all calm. You're going to be if anything, you're going to be continuously moving. You're going to be moving continuously and probably shielding yourself from public.
So why is Donald Trump didn't do that? Like, he just stand up and do that, and his fist went up in the ear, and he was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he did the Nazis.
I don't know how more plain I can be. It was a production. Okay. I'm gonna if anybody out there has not ever seen the movie Wag the Dog, Wag the Dog is available on the Internet Archives. It's
1, 2, 3 movies, by the way. Yeah,
it's a great movie, and it really puts you into the idea of how they can go into what expense and trouble they can go to and have to make you believe things that are not true.
On the money.
So did you know? Did Donald Trump know he's gonna get shot that day?
He knew that he was one of the actors.
Still on the he got shot part.
Do you know how a play works? Do you know how a play works or a movie? Do you know how a movie works? Do you know that the actors all know what's going to happen in advance? They all know what's going to happen in advance. That's how they put on the production. So of course.
So why is Donald Trump cannot get out of the way, and people are like, like freaking out? Why people are freaking
real.
out?
He didn't have to. It wasn't real.
So those people got shot. That's weird.
Did they? Did they?
Yeah.
Did they really get shot?
It doesn't appear 2 people did. At least the shooter, supposedly, and one other person.
The shooter got shot.
You don't even know that the shooter was actually shot.
There was a good. It looked like a bullet did hit one of the poles. So if you look, it looks like it chipped the pole. So I'm not going to say that there wasn't any shots at all, but do they care? I mean, they did 9/11, so do they care? Innocent bystanders die? No. To make their point? No. But anyways, that's my point.
Yep.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. It's too obvious. It's just too fucking obvious.
Excuse me. The shooter got shot. He's dead.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. You know what? I saw John Wayne get shot too. That's how he died. I did. I saw him get shot. He walked into this saloon. Guy pulled out a pistol, shot him right in the belly. He died right there. Yep.
That's not
No
true.
more John Wayne
That's
movies
not-
after that one, I'll tell you. Right? Oh, wait. No,
That's
he
not
got
true.
to be alive again and did more movies. How about that?
Yeah.
Come on. Use this. Use this. Use this.
No, the 20-year-old got shot.
Okay.
Completely shot.
If you say so.
That's true. See, that's
Okay.
true. Why you don't believe?
Patties get shot all the time.
I don't know that anybody got shot. All I know is that I've seen video. Okay, that's what I know. I've seen video. Do I know that these people actually died? Do I know that there was actually the event that was being portrayed to me? No, I don't.
Yeah. And you want to know something? We have measures, and then we have more measures, and then we have redundancy measures on top of that. So if you know somebody in the military, if you've been in the military yourself, you know how they have things on top of things if this were to go wrong. To just make sure. Oh boy, there I go. I froze again. So just to make sure nothing goes wrong, they have measure on top of measure. It looks like they didn't have any type of redundancy
Contingency plans, yeah.
None. They didn't have any. So it's like we've gotten to a point now, especially in 2024, with all the extra lies being exposed on top of the lies, to where we're like out of gas with patience, and we're like, it's another bullshit story. So I think here's what I honestly believe at the end of all of this, right? I think they know we're done. We've gotten to a place in this time at things where done. We're like
no, Donald Trump will make this really better.
Why do you think that? Wait a second. Hold on. Why do you think that Donald Trump will make things better? Okay. The only thing he really has is, well, an illegal power of executive order, which no president is supposed to actually have. But he's commander in chief and has veto power. Anything that has to do with the economy or taxes or anything like that have to go through the House of Representatives. That's where your concern should be. That is, if you actually believe in this left-right dog and pony show.
Yes.
If you believe in this left-right dog and pony show, you also think that that building is full of people that are there to represent you. You are mistaken. Those people are board members of a corporation, and their job is to figure out how to take more and more of your shit. That is all they are there for. Okay.
Yep.
That girl, that vice president girl is doing some wrong things.
They all do wrong things. They all do wrong things.
That girl, Hillary, who? Kamala?
Except for Donald
Michael
Trump.
Obama? Who? That girl. Who's that girl?
That girl on remember that girl? Forgot her name on the TV.
Michael?
I saw her.
Hillary? Kamala? That girl. All right, I'm lost. Maybe I can Google that. That girl.
That's you're gonna get Margot. What's her nuts from the Flying Nun? Because she was that. No, not Sally Field. Margot Thomas. Margot Thomas is that girl. I guarantee it. If you put in that girl, you're gonna get Margot Thomas.
All right, let's look it up.
I guarantee it. I just dated myself too, boy. That's a show none of you ever even heard of.
The Flying Nun with Sally Fields.
Sally Fields was Sally Field. There's no S now.
Excuse me.
Did
Excuse
you know
me.
that fireworks? No. Did you fart?
Excuse me.
Did you fart?
No.
Then why do you
Trump,
keep saying excuse me?
Because that's a polite thing to say.
Not when you're using it to like butt in. You don't have to say excuse me, just say something.
So, do you think Donald Trump will win?
Yeah.
I think that what they're going to do is exactly what they've planned to do for the last 20 years. This has already been decided. It matters not which puppet they put in the seat of the White House. It is the people that control that puppet. And guess what? The same people control both puppets.
Yep.
When you vote, it's not for one or the other candidate. They tell you that straight out. It goes by electoral votes, and they don't have to go by the popular vote. Okay. What it is when you vote, you give your consent for whatever happens. Okay. That's what
you do. You believe in the Bible? Doesn't matter if you do or don't.
Yep.
I do.
No, you know who she was married to? You know who she ended up married to?
Who?
Phil Donahue.
I like Phil Donahue.
That's Mrs. Phil Donahue.
Really?
That girl.
Yep. Oh boy, I thought she was a dish of hot potatoes when I was a kid, boy. I was like, man, she's hot. You know? She's a good-looking woman.
Excuse me.
No.
How do you know this stuff? The guy in the hat. How do you know this stuff? Are you a genius?
How do I know what? Yes. Yes, I'm a genius. No, I'm magical. No, the thing is this, look, I've been around for a long time. Okay. And so and this ain't my first trip through. So it's like, I think I came here with some knowledge, but in any case, that's a whole nother topic. The reality of it is that your brain is not a finite vessel. Okay. Often you hear people say, well, what do I need to know that for? Well, you might not need to know it, but isn't it cool that you do?
Yes.
You know? And I've always looked at it like I joke around and I say, I am a wealth of useless information. But you never know. I might get called by the radio station going, and there's a $50,000 prize if you can name such. And I'm like, I know this fucking shit. I've held at it for 60 years. I'm gonna get it. You know.
You never know. It's like that junk drawer.
Yes, exactly. I don't know what this screw goes to, but it's gonna come in handy someday. And lo and behold, as soon as you throw that son of a bitch away, you'll come across an application for it. You're like, damn it. I just threw that screw away.
Yeah, right. We don't machine that screw no more, man. I hadn't seen a screw like that since 1924.
Oh my God.
Noel, I'm going to put up on the screen if Sovereign puts it up.
Oh yeah, sorry, man. Usually it makes a noise. It usually goes pop like that.
Okay. So you said you're a believer, right? So right here, 2 John 1. Actually, I'll read it from 7. For many deceivers are entered into the world who confess that Jesus is come in the flesh. This is deceiver and the Antichrist. Look to yourselves that we lose not those things which we have wrought, but that we receive a full reward. Whosoever transgressed and abideth not in the doctrine of Christ has not God. Do you think that Trump is abiding in the doctrine of Christ? That would be a question for yourself, but you don't have to answer it. He that abides in the doctrine of Christ, he hath both the Father and Son. Now listen, if there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive them not into your house. That means don't turn on your TV and don't listen to these a-holes because there's no reason to. Neither bid him Godspeed. For he that bids him Godspeed is what? Partaker of his evil deeds. That's why I don't vote. This right here is why I don't vote. For these folks.
So let me show you all something here. This is what I was talking about earlier. I'd been looking for this. And here. Okay, so it says in the Bible applying blood to the right ear of a newly ordained priest is part of a ritual that symbolizes their transition from a private citizen to a public leader and representative of God. The ritual is described in Leviticus 8:23 and 8:24. So let me see if we go over to 8:23 and 8:24. It says on 23, it says, and he slew it, and Moses took the blood of it and put it upon the tip of Aaron's right ear and upon the thumb of his right hand. Stop talking, Noel.
Please.
And put it upon the tip of Aaron's right ear and upon the thumb of his right hand. Okay, his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. Where's my shoes? Get my shoes, right? And he brought Aaron's sons and Moses put of the blood upon the tip of their right ear and upon the thumbs of their right hands. Now, I want you to keep in mind that Trump was given the Moshiach crown in Israel.
Right.
The Moshiach is their idea of
yes,
a Messiah.
Their Messiah,
yes,
yeah.
That's right.
Mashiach.
That's right.
Mashiach, which is Messiah. Okay. The crown of Messiah.
Mm-hmm. So was this also a ritual?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And he even crowned himself. He did. You're right.
Yeah, man. So I got to look at this like from that standpoint as well, too. Now, whether or not you believe this, they do. Right? Now, what, Noel?
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that was easy. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. Ironworks. Oh, good. He's not froze up anymore. He's back. He was froze there with this look of astonishment. He was like, like, whoa.
You're right. You're right, because the last few months they were talking about how Donald Trump calls himself or alludes himself to be like the second coming. Right?
Actually, he says it's better than.
Yeah.
He had ministers actually come out. Remember that woman that said, and God spoke to me and said, then to him, my son, I am pleased. And all this other shit. And he was just like standing there.
He said, I've done more for the church than anyone in history.
Ask anybody. You can ask them.
Step aside, brother.
Yeah. Ask anybody. They'll tell you. You can ask them. I'm so serious. They're great. Great people.
Where's that one? I gotta find that. That's fucking great. Let me see. Yeah, this was I had to look for this. I was like, oh yeah, that was on my phone. Damn it. So I had to look at where I'd sent it to somebody in something that shares the same thing. I'm looking for that one.
So where are you flying right now, Sovereign?
What am I? What?
Where are you right now? Are you over Africa? Where are you, man?
I don't know. Something Wong has us lost. Actually, he doesn't know where we're at. We're over some vast expanse of ocean with no visible land masses. So I'm
every 90 minutes, man. I'm over the whole world. Let's go.
Right?
Oh,
where was that damn thing? I gotta find
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah. I was buying
what's that
time.
picture behind you?
I didn't understand you. Could you please say that again?
What is the picture behind you?
What is the picture behind me? That's not a picture. I'm on the International Space Station. I'm 250 miles above your imagination. You didn't know that?
Serious?
Well, yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Can I see it, please?
Look. There's my friend Something Wong, and he's my co-pilot. He's back there right now, making sure that we stay in orbit. You know.
Hey, Saab, Butter Biscuits, Noel.
You're lying.
I haven't been to your channel yet, Iron, but
he's lying.
Butter
I already
Biscuits.
subscribed, so
Yeah, check it out. Matter of fact, Saab is going to be there. I apologize. I'm sorry. I got a jet, but Saab is going to be there tonight as well, and we're going to grill Will tonight. So it's going to be live here in the next 15 minutes. Don't miss out.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll try
so-
to
I'm gonna close it down here in a minute myself, and I'm waiting for you to send me a link.
Can I ask some questions?
Dave,
Because I do have
Dave, I
questions.
want to know. Well, please, please.
Noel, shush.
Sav, I went ahead and I sent you that email. That link is in there. So
Okay.
do what you do.
What
It's
link?
there.
If you want, man, I'll email you the link too. I'm happy to join, but I don't know whether or not you want.
Noel, man.
I want to
know,
go
right?
on it.
Yeah.
She got a
I'm
wish.
just
Oh, God. All right,
Whether
hold
or
up
not
real quick.
join,
I'm not,
I'd
hold
love
on,
to
I'm
ask
not
them
seeing
a question.
anything. I'm not seeing anything in my inbox. Hold on. Let me.
And hopefully you'll see me more. I decided I'm going to go ahead and do this more. I have a
Yeah,
Talk.
totally.
yeah.
You sent it to the Yahoo mail, right? The same one you
Ye-
sent the thing for
yes,
Tuesday interview.
Yeah, the one where
Um,
we've been corresponding with each other.
Yeah, I'll email you too if you want me to join. I mean,
Yes, sir.
whatever.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything, man. Let me look at my spam real quick. Oh, there it is. It went to my fucking spam.
Yeah,
dumbass.
damn.
I hate that. So let me go not.
You're gonna get
spam.
my real name here, by the way.
Anyway,
me
let me
see.
get. Now
Oh,
I can.
let me
If
check
you
you out.
give me an email, I'll email you.
that?
mate.
It's that
What's that?
at Gmail right there. That what you see at Gmail.
Ironwork.
All right, wait a second. There it goes. All right, I got it. Cool. I'm
right.
gonna go ahead and I'll open it anyway. So I've got it, and then when I close out of here, I can just jump over there. Now let's see what Noel had to say that was so important. What was it that was so important that you had to yell over everybody?
I was
What?
gonna say, what's the link? Can I join your
Noel,
channel or
hell
no?
no. Hell no.
No.
If you're gonna act the way you did tonight, ain't no way in hell. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're a great woman, a sister, mom, whatever, a worker, all that stuff. But if you're gonna
Yeah.
pull this nonsense on this tonight, ain't no way in hell. I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna beat you up. Ain't no way in hell.
Sent you Iron. All right. I sent you an email just real quick, but you're good.
You got it, man. All right. Saab, I'll see you
You're gonna
there.
come to my house and
Just
beat
keep
me
it.
up?
Well, man. Yo, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all in
Yeah,
a few. Come check me. All right.
Right on.
Yeah, on
All right,
you
family.
more often
Let me
too,
get
man.
the link. Let me get the link for that over here too.
Yeah. Oh, Pat,
Um,
yes. Send that to Buttered Biscuits. Hold on. Let me see if I got that from you.
This is the link to the stream over in the private chat. I can put the link to the studio if you want.
Yes. Yes, please.
I'll put that in private chat, and then he can
Yes.
grab it from
And then
there.
Buttered could get on that because
There you
yes, Buttered, he's gonna
Not
send it
you.
there.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
All right, family.
All right,
I am
guys.
out.
All right, guys.
You guys
All right.
on the other side.
All right. I'll be there in about 12 minutes. All right.
we'll
Or
see you.
less than that. Less than that. I'm getting ready to shut her down. Good night.
All right.
Good night, Noel. Have a good night.
See you, Noel.
We'll see you next time. Butter biscuits. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it. Thanks, man.
You opened up. All right. Cool beans. We're going to see y'all later.
See ya.
Everybody follow us on over to Ironworks starting in another 11 and a half minutes. So we'll see y'all over there. Good night, everybody.
All right, guys. Good
Oh,
night.
yeah,
Good
wait,
night.
don't forget, Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. Good night. We'll see you over there, Butter Biscuits.
Peace, man. All right. Take care.
I'm looking at TikTok right now. This is fucking crazy. In this world, it's so fucked up. Looking at TikTok. Hi, my name is Noelle. I'm from Ohio, and I'm 24, and I have special needs, learning problems, speech problems, ADHD problems, and cognitive problems. And I live with my mom and my dad. And I like to meet new friends. And are you from Turkey? Oh, yes. 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 My parents know I am on. Yes, every time. And I'm 24, but I look young. That's what people are saying to me. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Loving for Jesus. I love your name. I love your name. Oh, some of your one of your he's in Turkey. Merhaba. 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 Welcome, Noel. Really like the name of. Excuse me. Excuse me. So now you know me now, kind of. See, I'm a real person. I'm a real person. Why would you think that I'm not a real person? I'm confu- Oh yeah. I would not. Excuse me. I would never do that. Why? That's so dumb. Why would I do that? That's dumb. And are you okay? You're very welcome. Huh? What? My cha my channel my channel is my channel is about fun things, and my shorts are fun things, and what I do on my channel is make fun content. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. How is the bird? How many birds do you have? How many birds? Oh, wow, that's interesting. Um, yeah, I know. So excuse me, can live for Jesus come up? Cause I want to talk to them. I really I love them. Is it a she? Is it a girl? Can she come up? How old is she? How old is she? So how old is she? Excuse me, how old is she? No, no, her. Sorry. Yeah, in my 40s. Excuse me, can I ask her a question? Can she be my YouTube mom? Can she be my YouTube mom? Can she or no? I'm sorry. I'm just okay. A lot of people are saying to me that's weird to ask that. It's kind of, but Noel. It's Noel. No, that's not really my channel. My channel is, can I put it in there? Okay.